So welcome everyone to our Global Wealth Trade Saturday Fast Start training. I'm just going to go over a few key points that is important to know getting out of the gates with Global Wealth Trade. Okay? And then I'm going to bring up our guest speakers. So first things first is to pick the package. You want to pick the package that works well for you. One thing our CEO, Mr. Ramin Mesgali, said is pick the package that you're comfortable with and then go sign up with the next level. Make yourself uncomfortable. Because how many of you know things are only created when you're uncomfortable? Like when a plant is coming from a seedling, it has to push through the earth or the dirt to come out, to access sunlight and water. So it goes through that discomfort, pushing through. But when it pushes through, it becomes a plant that yields fruit and whatever. So it's the same as human beings. Human beings, it's very difficult for us to create in comfort. Very difficult. And if you don't believe me, ask an Olympic athlete. Say, was the gold easy? No. Right? Ask Michael Phelps if he was a comfortable young man. So it's the same in business. Make yourself uncomfortable. Now, there's about 15 different ways to come up with money. So see me or see Mr. Mercer or whoever you're working with. Speak to us. We'll give you ideas on how to come up with money. I'll give you a few right now. You can borrow it. So if you go to the bank and you say you want to take out a loan to start a business with an 11-year-old documented, legal, solid Canadian company, and you have a good rating with the bank, you can borrow $35.99. The interest on $35.99 is $10 a month. So in 1 year, you have $120 interest. In the next year, we're going to get to work with you. We're going to create that $4,120 for you. You can go back and pay the bank off. So you have nothing really to lose, and it's not really a huge amount. So talk to us. However, let's get you started. Let's get you benefiting from the discount and profits, and let's get you getting products. Okay? Now, here's another reason to get started as Diamond. I'm just going to talk about Diamond moving forward. You want to take advantage of the 7-day exotic retreat. Again, you can give it away to anyone. You can keep it for 2 years and use it. You can use it to go travel and build your business. You can reward someone with it. We've had people become part of GWT and they give this to a client. So however you want to utilize it, you can. But the key thing is you want to get that. Okay. Now, let's talk about the upfront bonuses. It doesn't matter what package you start at. Start getting us in front of people. Start introducing us to people you want benefiting from the wholesale shopping package. When they get started, you earn $150 for Palladium, $250 for Gold, $350 for Diamond. Could anyone use extra money on a weekly basis as your business builds? Absolutely. All you have to do is hook people up with their shopping package. Now, right now, being a diamond, you introduce 3 diamonds. You're what's called a diplomat. On top of everything you would have earned like $1,600 in upfront money. The company will give you an extra $2,000 in shopping. How many of you would like an extra $2,000 in shopping to buy whatever you want? Yeah. So for the next 30 days, talk to myself, Mr. Mercer, whoever you're working with. Let's get you to Diamond and let's teach you how to introduce 3 people in your life to Diamond. Now let's just say you do 1 diamond every 10 days. Can you do 3 in a month? Yeah. So let's do that. 1 diamond every 10 days and you're a diplomat in less than 30 days. Okay. We have people that have done it in 72 hours. We have had people do it in an hour. It's totally up to you. Just start writing down as I'm doing this training the people in your life that you want seeing this. Start writing names down. Please, if you're not writing names down, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Now, let me talk to you about how the commissions work. Very important. Most companies out there, and Mr. Mercer and I come from having years of experience in the industry, most companies out there, even though they may look great and they have great product lines and all of that, most people who join companies don't figure out 2, 3, 4, 5 years later what they're in. Because most people don't know how to read comp plans. Like I shared before in my presentation, most people don't come from having a good relationship with money. So they just join something based on emotion and feeling, or maybe their best friend signed them up into something. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what you want to do is you want to understand what you're in. Because until you understand what you're in, you can't expect it to pay you back why you signed up. So global well trade, for example, this is a payout plan I was not really an expert with or familiar with prior to joining this company. So even when I joined GWT, I was confused. I was like, how is this company paying till infinity, where I come from companies that only pay to the 7th level? How is this company paying 10% till infinity, when I came from companies that paid 1/4%, 0.5%, 1%, and all this nonsense? So it was very important for me to take time to understand what I was in so I can get the maximum payout. Because until I understood what the maximum payout was, I couldn't teach it because I was confused around it. So here's an example of what GWT does. As people become members, as Palladium, Gold, and Diamond, as people do shopping, as people pay their monthly, it creates what's called CV, commissionable volume. And the computer tallies up what's going on your left and right side, because in this company, the payout plan says introduce 2 people and then introduce those people to 2, and so on and so on and so on. So as people join, whether they join as Diamond or any other package, it creates what's called commissionable volume. And the system has thousands of combinations where it matches the left with the right. So when you become part of GWT, you either fall on the left or the right. Okay? It adds it up, and then it spits out these checks on a weekly basis. So let's just say in this scenario, you had a diamond come in here on the left and a diamond come in on the right. 1667 is the CV that's generated when you sign up for a $35.99 package. And 2 diamonds here is 1667 times 2. It totals 5,000. What did you earn? 500. I didn't get that. I didn't understand that till I took the time to learn this. And then I started having diamond conversations only with people. I stopped having retailer, Palladium, and Gold conversations. In fact, I do not have those conversations anymore. Why? It's very simple. When you go to a car dealership, do you look at the Civic or the red sports car first? Or does the dealer take you to the red sports car first? Yeah, you start with the red sports car, and if the person can't afford it, you go, well, let me take you to the Honda Accord, let me take you to the Civic, or the whatever. So you start with the diamond conversation, and this is just a tip. You start with the diamond conversation. If the person, after you show them diamond, they said, you know what? After going through all of that and trying to get a loan and borrowing the money and selling some stuff, I couldn't come up with the diamond, but I was able to raise enough for gold. Perfect. So don't start your conversation with retailer, because you don't go to the Civic and then go, well, you can't afford the Civic, let me take you to the red sports car. The person's going to go, what? So it's just a tip. Start your conversations around diamond, because diamond pays the most. And I have a philosophy, if I'm going to work, I want to get paid the most for my efforts. Okay? And then if the person can't afford the diamond, after a bunch of conversations and getting them on the phone with us and showing them ways to come up with the money, they can come in at Gold, Palladium, or retail. So yeah, so our comp plan pays us till infinity. You can start today at the top of the comp plan. When you're a diamond, you're like senior vice president, NATO commander, whatever position you have been in another company that was at the top, and maybe you struggled earning it or getting to it, you can start today at that. How would you like to get started in a company at the top? Right? It's like Alice in Wonderland, right? It's like, what? So learn this, ladies and gentlemen, and we have more extensive videos and compensation stuff online, so you can learn this. So see us after. Now, here's a few things about getting started. We have a support system for getting started. So let me just take you to this website quickly so you see it. This is where also the tax presentation is recorded and uploaded. So for those of you who haven't done the tax presentation yet, or you know someone, you can actually take them to our support website. It'll load. And every question you have, the last 11 years has been uploaded here. So if you want to know how to get started, we have a getting started. You just have to play that. If you want information on the taxes, you want forms, you want documents, maybe you're in a company already and you want to know how that compares to GWT, we have compensation plan comparisons. We explain the value of being a diamond, why you should be a diamond. There's extensive training on that. We have stuff on, if you want to market, we have email templates. People go, well, Anil, do you have online marketing materials? Yes, it's all here. Okay. Here's the tax information. What I did today is recorded, so you can have it access to it 24/7. The tour I did, here's the presentation. You can actually have it. Okay. So everything's provided on our GWT.com. Write that down. Okay. Let me go back to the presentation so we can keep moving forward. Then what you want to do is the second thing, and you would have heard me say throughout the day, start writing a list. If someone thought enough of you to bring you here, there are people in your life you're thinking about. And, you know, Callie and I sometimes have little arguments around this. We're in the grocery and we're standing in the aisle going, do we need milk? Do we need eggs? Well, the reason why is we didn't write a list. Okay? So write a list. I'll give you a couple tips about writing a list. Don't prejudge. Put everybody on the list because you don't know who's going to say yes and you don't know who's going to say no. Even though I'm in GWT and people like Mr. Mercer or Ian or other people, put us on your list. You know why? It'll remind you of people similar to us. If you put me on your list, other people that are similar to me will pop into your brain. That's how the brain works. So all the top people in your life that you look up to, you know, it could be Ray Higdon, it could be Robert Hollis, it could be Anthony Robbins. Put them on your list. It kind of sounds kind of silly, but that's how the law of attraction works. When you put people on your list, your brain starts thinking of like-minded people. And how many of you would like to build a business with the best of the best? Oh, yeah. Right? Imagine Mr. Mercer was in your downline or in your team. Seriously. Well, Callie spoke to Mr. Mercer at an event and introduced me. So, right? So it's, again, it's not rocket science. Put people on your list, okay? Very, very important. And the people on your list fall into one of these categories, and they will identify that category when we talk to them. They may have a job. They may want to make extra money. They may want to invest. They may be in network marketing and not getting what they want. They may like wearing fashion, like Callie. When I brought her to GWT, this is what I talked about. Callie, come see the Sherm. She almost fainted when she walked in the Sherm. Why? Because I spoke to her listening. Okay? Maybe there's people who, you know, like having fun, and they want to be something that's fun. Maybe you know someone who wants to give back to the community. Maybe you know someone who likes presenting and training, and they like being in front of the room. Whatever the personality of the person, put them on the list, and when you introduce them to us, your My 5 are the top 5 people that we're going to assign to you that are successful in some aspect of their life and business to work with you personally. Napoleon Hill refers to it as the mastermind effect in Think and Grow Rich. Okay? So we're going to give you a mastermind to work with you, and when you put people in front of us, we're going to find out from them what they want, and then we're going to pick the exposure. We're going to find out from them what they want, and then we're going to send them either a video, a website, meet them for a coffee, show them a webinar, meet at a hotel meeting, do a Skype or Zoom, take them to the showroom, or do something in their home, or show them something in social media. The only way we can identify what to show them, we must know who they are. Very, very critical. Okay? And then the last thing is, as you work with us or your My 5, get a day planner. Like I use my phone, or you can go to Staples and buy one of those $8 books, and schedule yourself in your day planner working with your My 5 to showcase GWT to your prospects. That's the business plan. Very simple, very, very simple. For those of you that work with me, you'll know quickly, I don't make a move without my phone. If you want to book me, I have to check my schedule. And it's the same with all my entire life. If Callie wants to go on a date or go to Niagara, no problem. Let me check my phone. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm booked. We have to do it another day. Okay? So the other thing to do is, when doing this, is don't compromise your schedule day planner. Stick to your word. Honor your word and commitment to yourself with your business. Okay? Very important. Quickly, mindset and mentorship is key. And we have that in GWT. We have the support system. And one of my mentors, and Mr. Ed Mercer, traveled 8 years with Jim Rohn, the late Jim Rohn, said to have new or different results, we must change or adjust our beliefs and philosophies. Our reality today is based on what we believe and have been hanging on to up till now. So what that simply means, ladies and gentlemen, is we're not stuck in anything. If we want things to change, we must change or transform. Okay? So one, learn your website really well. Learn your email. Learn what's on there. Learn about the Posh Fairy Fairy Mosh. Watch the videos. Learn how the shopping cart works. Learn how to set up a free VIP account. Learn how to use the $100 gift certificate. That is a income generating machine, our online email. It's got $16 million worth of inventory on it. Okay? Two, focus why you are in GWT. So if you're in GWT to make money on the retail, focus on retail. If you're in GWT to run home parties, run home parties. Be the home party expert in our company. If you're in GWT like myself to build a massive network, focus on that. Focus on what you're creating. Okay? Three, are you willing to follow a proven success system? So you have to constantly ask yourself every day. Then follow the success system. Whatever it is, we're going to show you that today. Get to know your My 5 and mentors and expert. Get to know my story, Mr. Mercer's story, Ian's story, Bill's story, whoever you're working with, get to know our story, or Callie's story. Because then when you're sharing with your friends and family and people you want looking at GWT about us, you know what to say about us. Okay? I've been on calls. Sometimes when people say things about me, I'm like, that's not true. Like I'm thinking that to myself, right? So get to know our stories because we don't want to embellish or say things that are not true. Okay. 5, get to know. 6, teach people how to duplicate. So whatever system you're following or whatever is working, as people join your team and become part of working with you, show them that system so they can duplicate it as well. Robert Kiyosaki taught this in cash flow quadrant. You know the S quadrant and SE, and then there's B and I. Most network marketers when we think about this, there's S, SE, B, and I. Most people live here, not here. So you want to get here. How do you get here? Only one way. Your business must be duplicating. What does that mean? That means that you must have people in your business doing what I do, trading and presenting. You must have people teaching the taxes. You must have people that are able to do coffee shop meetings and hotel meetings and home meetings and do webinars. Okay? So as people join your team, identify them to us who want to step up and be in front of the room. I'll teach someone how to use this. I'll teach someone how to use a clicker. So that's where you go from the S to the B. Because most network marketers here, if they stop working, everything dies. Here, you can stop working, your business keeps building. That's the difference. That's what Robert Kiyosaki talked about in cash flow quadrant. I didn't want this moved. Okay, stay on. Okay, so here are some of the events coming up. We can plug people in with you. Remember, you're getting people on the phone with us. We're bringing up the events. We're getting them out to the events, not you. That's a duplicatable system. Because you want to make sure people can follow the system, okay? So find out when Mr. Mercer, when he's available, get his phone number, get Bill's number, get my number, get Callie's number, and schedule us to get on the phone with your prospects. We will handle the conversation. We will get them out, okay? Now here's why. Your friends and family will always disappoint you and let you down because they know you love them. They will never leave an expert waiting or miss an appointment. It's a weird psychology. Don't ask me how to explain it. There's a higher show up when you put us on the phone with people. Higher, way higher than if you try and get someone out on your own. Okay? So here we have this on Monday, the tax presentation. Mr. Rene Liao, our youngest millionaire, he's one of the reasons I signed up in GWT because I wanted to work with the #1 person. So he's here Monday at 7:30. Our CEO and founder is in Brampton on Tuesday. So get us on the phone with all your West End people. When I mean West End, all the way to the border. Okay? I am doing the presentation on Wednesday at the Hilton. Right? So get me on the phone with all your prospects. I'll meet with your mom and dad. I'll meet with your baby sister. I'll meet with your older brother. I'll meet with your best friends. I'll meet with your hockey buddies. Get them on the phone with me, and we'll get them all out to the presentation. So that's it. That's all. That's the quick start presentation. Get involved. I recommend Diamond. Start plugging into the system. Start learning. Start writing your list. Schedule us to get people on the phone with us. And then that will teach people how to duplicate that process. That's how you do duplication. Okay. If you're doing anything else, you're in the S and SE. Okay. B means there are other people in your business doing what you do. That's duplication. So it's my privilege and honor right now to bring up this young man. I have a lot of respect for Mr. Mercer because it's a dream come true for me to be in partnership and in business with someone of his experience and his caliber. You know, many people go through their lives and they will never be in business with someone like Mr. Mercer or hang around him. He's fun. You know, we have you can't hang around him without your ribs hurting after a while from laughing, okay? He's fun. He doesn't take himself seriously. People feel better around him. But he also is very serious when it comes to business because he knows what he's doing. And so today I've asked him to come share some of the stuff that people like Business from Home interviewed him in March, just after he joined GWT, about why he's here. And this is an old slide. Look how many likes he has. How many of us have 1.6K likes? Right? It's probably at about 4K right now. People are sharing it on LinkedIn, Google+. 62 people shared it on LinkedIn. So if you're someone today here in the training, take a photo with Mr. Mercer before you go, and here's what you do. You go home and you post it on your Facebook and go, today, Saturday, I spend my day with a billionaire. What did you do? Seriously, you put that photo on your Facebook, I promise you all your friends are going to go, what? How'd you meet this person? So I've asked Mr. Mercer to come up today and share some words of wisdom about his travel. So without any further ado, our newest ambassador in GWT, Mr. Ed Mercer.
Hey, how's everyone today?
Excellent.
Ah, fantastic. Okay, I just want to share with you real quick. You know, when they say Ed Mercer, billionaire, it's sort of embarrassing sometimes for me. Only because of the fact that once you get to know who I am, basically I lived in a condemned house with no running water, no electricity, no plumbing, no floors. Two of my brothers died of an overdose of drugs. My one brother was shot to death, and the other brother died at 12 years old. And I was on the streets at the age of 15 and a millionaire at the age of 27. So the only thing that kept me from university was high school, right? But I want to share with you, have you ever been into a room and the room smells a little bit? You ever have that happen? And after you're there for 10 or 15 minutes, you don't notice it anymore? You ever notice that? See, if you stay long enough in the same place, you become that place, right? You start dressing the way they do, acting the way they do, drinking, swearing. You become them, okay? Somebody, you know, you put your birds in someone else's cage. You know, you can't stand in the garage and make a car. You know, wherever you are, be there. And that's what happens sometimes. And you know, a lot of people, I don't know if you've had people who were supposed to show up at your meeting today and they didn't show up, right? See, the whole thing is you can never say the wrong thing to the right person, right? The wrong people are not going to show up. You don't need those people because the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. People will only do what you do. When they talk about duplication, you know, here we are here. I speak in Caesar's Palace. I speak in MGM Grand. I speak at Bellagio. I speak in front of 20, 30,000 people at a time. And here I am in Markham, Ontario, into a really small room, right? And the key is that, you know, for me to go into Guinness's Book of World Records, I've already made 50 people millionaires. And now I'm going into Guinness's Book of World Records to make 100 new people millionaires. So, because I'm always trying to separate the curious from the serious, right? Some people are curious, some people are serious. And so that's all I do every single day is try to separate the serious from the curious. Obviously, you're here today, so you must be serious. If you weren't here, you know, you wouldn't be. And, you know, the bottom line is that, I don't know, let's say, for example, it's Sunday morning, it's really early on Sunday morning. And Sundays, for some reason, seems to be a little different than most days. You know, the traffic is not so busy. You know, things are quieter. And let's say, for example, you're going out for a nice drive in the country, And all of a sudden you see this big thicket of bushes. And you know, you want to explore that. So you open up the thicket of bushes and you reach in there and all you see is gold coins. Right? And for every gold coin you pulled out, another one appeared in its place. Would you put an ad in the paper to get somebody to help you? Or would you contact your friends and neighbors and people you love the most in your life? Right? See, that's what it's all about to me. I write down the word family. What the word family means to me is forget about me, I love you. If you put that on your sun visor, if you put that on your mirror, if you put it on your refrigerator, you put it where you can see it every day. Because it's not about you. It's about your family. It's about your friends. It's the people that you can change. You can make a difference in their lives, right? And so when I seen the tax program, I thought, my God, 95% of the people I know have a job, right? If I could show people how to get back $3,000 to $10,000 back in their income tax, where they've been paying money every single year, would that benefit them and their family? See, life is like an echo. Whatever you put out, you get back. You put out, I love you, you get it back. You yell out, I hate you, you get it back. Strange enough, everything you put out, you always get back. And for me, with all the millions of followers I have, in the industry I was in before, my retention rate was around 7%. 7%. So if I brought 100 people into business, only 7 stayed in the business. My retention rate here is 98%. So when I got involved, when Anil was talking about me having 1.3 million people in my organization, I sponsored personally 365 people. Okay? That's a lot of people, right? But I was on the road for 8 years. 8 years I was on the road in 86 countries. I traveled with Jim Rohn for 8 years. And then I came here, and I was at a Eric Worre convention. And here they had all the people in the convention said, how much money do you make per month? And how many people making 10,000 per month? A lot of people stood up. 20,000 a month, lesser people, 30,000 lesser people. It came to the point where $100,000 per month. There was only 8 people that stood up, right? The guy was bragging like crazy. Yeah, I have 280,000 people in my organization. I make 100,000 a month. The other guy said, oh, 265,000. The other guy, 230,000. The last person to get up was Renee in our company. I said, how many people do you have in your organization? He says, 7,000. He broke the world's record of having the least amount of people in his business to become a millionaire. Okay? So when I show people here, and basically to be a RA, regional ambassador, guess how many people you need? 16 people. 16 people basically doing the business. Not only do you become an RA, okay? Are you confused already?
No, this is well.
16 people, and what do you get? Number one, you won the $2,000 shopping spree as a diplomat. You can get the $10,000 in bonus on top of that, right? You get the cruise and you get the free trip, and you start sharing in the profit. You become a partner in the company. Amazing. I've been in the business for 50 years. It's a long time. I started when I was 10, of course, but you know, the whole thing is I've never seen anything like that. And I write comp plans for companies, and like I said, I've been with some other companies, not as a representative, but as a life coach, as a millionaire trainer, and I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. And so, you know, here I am. I'm living in Costa Rica. I'm living in a gated community. My wife still gets out, but you know, there's a gated community that I lived in, right? And here I am, 5 doors from the president, right? Living in luxury, and I wanted to go into Guinness Book of World Records. And they said, well, we're going to do, I hired a company to do a survey, a study for me. Out of all the companies in the world, they said, we have a company for you. It's in Canada. So you want me to move from Costa Rica to Canada, eh? I said, yeah. And they said the company is in Newmarket area, not Newmarket, but Richmond Hill area. And I said, I don't even know where Richmond Hill is, to tell you the truth, but at that time, right? So here I am. I moved from Costa Rica to Canada, right, to be here for you guys, to be here for the people in this room. That's what I'm here for, right? So I made a strong commitment. It's sort of like bacon and eggs, you know. The chicken was there, but the pig made a commitment, right? Right. So I made a commitment to be here for you guys. You know, the thing is that, you know, although I made 50 people millionaires, I had a lot of people that made 50,000, 100,000. Would you be upset if I only made you 50,000? You wouldn't be upset, right? You would say, oh God, that Ed Mercer guy, right? So the key is that a lot of times too, it's not what you say, it's about how you feel about what you say. That's really important. But the key to the whole thing is that you have to be genuine. People have to like you. I know when I'm wanting to bring someone to a meeting, for example, if they're in the general area, I always pick them up and drive them to the meeting, right? One thing about it, they don't have a ride home. Right? So I make sure that what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the right people. Now, I want to share with you, and I want to offend anybody today, but I had two people showing up today, and this is the second time they didn't show up. Guess what? I've eliminated them from my business. Even if they called me today and said, hey, listen, I want to get involved, the answer is no. I don't want you in my team. Yeah, because, you know, when the team is together, the dream is together. Everything is about duplication. I'm not running a thousandaire team. I'm running a millionaire team, right? If you want to be a millionaire, start acting like a millionaire, right? But you know, here I'm living in a condemned house, okay? I'm living in a condemned house, and I went over to a friend's house to watch TV. I couldn't watch TV in our house because we had no electricity, right? And I go over there, and I see three people from the disability hospital. They won the Florida State Lottery. And the first person was totally disabled. Her face was totally messed up. She was in a serious car accident. She lost her eyesight. Her face was totally disfigured. And it was $9 million each. They said, what are you going to do with your $9 million? She said, if I could only see my husband and my children, I'd give up my $9 million. The other person was in a wheelchair with no bodily functions whatsoever. He said, if I could only get out of this chair for one day, just to see what it would be like to be a human being, then I'd give up my $9 million. The other person was deaf and dumb. He said, if I could only speak and hear, I'd give up my $9 million. At that time, I thought, God gave me all those tools. I can speak, I can hear, I can walk, I can talk, I can do all those things, right? So I decided at that time that no matter what, no matter what, whether it be a person or an opportunity, I was going to make that person or opportunity better when I found it, okay? When I moved to Costa Rica, here I am in Costa Rica. I moved to Costa Rica, and the people were coming into the country, and they were stealing the scarlet macaw parrots, you know, the beautiful parrots? And not only were they stealing them, they were killing them. And they were selling the feathers on Rodale Drive for beautiful hats, purses, expensive dresses, right? And a lot of people with extreme wealth feel that they can purchase anything money will buy, so they thought their children could have a pet monkey. The only way you can have a pet monkey is to kill the mother. And if you don't kill the mother will commit suicide. And they're stealing the turtle eggs by the thousands and selling them in Asia for aphrodisiacs. I was able to spend $3 million US of my own money because of this business. And able to hire 18 armed guards, and able to build 200 homes for the homeless, and to plant over 5,000 different types of trees to attract the scarlet macaws, to attract the monkeys, to all the thing, to hire guards on the beach, right? And I was inducted into the Environmental Hall of Fame, the only non-Costa Rican in history. See, the whole thing is wherever you are, be there, right? And that's why I'm here with GWT. I just want to share, is it okay if I share one more story? I was in Miami a few months ago, and there was a gentleman on the street. I mean, the guy, I mean, you could smell him from here to the parking lot. Like he had not been near any bathing facilities for a long period of time, right? And I walked by, and he says to me, nice Italian shoes. I just kept walking, right? Because a lot of people wear Italian shoes, right? But he said, what a nice Versace suit. And I said, how would he know that, right? I mean, you can wear a Gucci suit or you know, Valentino suit. How would he know that? So he got my attention. So I stopped and I started talking to him. I said, how did you know that? He said, I used to work for Versace. You used to work for Versace? Yeah. I said, what did you do? He said, I was the head of security. I said, what happened to you? He says, I'm a Christian. He says, I taught a Bible study. And he says, I had the flu. And he says, I didn't go to church that morning. He says, my wife and 3 children went to church. He says, an individual, a drunken person, come up over the median and hit them head on. He says, my 2 children died instantly. He said, my other one died of life support a few months later. My wife passed away. He says, I lost my house, I lost my furniture, I lost my job. Versace also got killed. I don't know if you remember. He got killed. Yeah. So he lost everything. And he says, here I am on the streets. And I went down to a Walgreens on the corner, and I bought some sandwiches, some water, some whole bunch of things. And I don't know how much money I had in my pocket. I have no idea. I just reached in and said, here you go. Right? And the next morning, he come to me, and I didn't recognize him. He went and got a haircut. He went and got a shower, shave, shampoo, new clothes, everything, right? And I said, oh my God, what happened? He says, well, he says, you know, you're the first person that's ever tried to help me since that incident, right? You're the first person ever. He says, people, he says, spat on me, peed on me, butt cigarettes on me. They did all kinds of things, right? He says, you're the first person ever tried to help me. I said, why didn't you go to like one of these shelters? He says, because, he says, I didn't go there because all they want to do is talk about God. He says, if there was a God, they wouldn't take away my family. Right? And so the next day, get together with them. I said, what are you going to do today? I said, what do you mean? He said, what are you going to do? He says, I like playing pool. I said, okay, let's go play pool. We get in the taxi, we go to this bar, pool place. I said, would you like a beer? He says, no. I said, why? He says, I quit drinking. I said, when did you quit drinking? He says, last night. All right? He says, you're the first person that's ever influenced me to stop my drinking. The next day he comes to me and says, I got a job parking cars. And he says, I get $10 an hour. He said, the boss gave me a place to live, and he wanted to show me this place. It was a basement apartment, had fridge, stove, washer, dryer, television, everything really nice, right? He said, I get $10 an hour plus tips. And so for the last 20-some years, every time I'm on the road now, no matter where I am, I go to a Denny's early in the morning or McDonald's or someplace in the morning. I buy 2 breakfasts, one for me and one for a homeless person. I've been doing that for many, many years. So when I got involved in this business, it was sort of like that. Every time I seen somebody young like this, Chris, 20 years old, right? I thought, hey, I can make a difference in Chris's life. I can make a difference in your life, right? So the whole thing is that sometimes we don't have that opportunity. The opportunity don't come along. You know, you talk to farmers all the time. Oh, we had a good crop in 1972. But they don't talk about all the failures that they had, right? So when I got involved in this business, I said, how could you fail in this business? Because I don't want anybody to fail at anything I do, and so because I feel responsible for you, right? So someone says, well, if I come in as a diamond and I spend $3,600, what do I get back? I said, you get $3,600 worth of products. So to do it, and also you can get $3,000 to $10,000 back in your taxes. So you're way ahead of the game. So you can't lose, right? But yet you can go to, I see people every day using your credit cards, right? In Starbucks or wherever, it's not your money. It's not your money. You're using a credit card, it's somebody else's money. So then I see people, they say, oh my God, I can put this on a credit card or I can do this or that. People will sometimes spend $1,000 for a cell phone, but they won't spend $3,600 to change your life. My most successful people, my one guy's in Mexico, he sold his motorcycle to get involved in business. Another guy had a yard sale, like a garage sale, right, to get into the business. If you had a problem with your family right now and you know, they're in the hospital or something, and you needed $3,000 or $4,000 to help them out, would you find the money?
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Right, you'd find the money, right? So if you're serious about this business, go find the money. Go find it, right? Go find it. Because the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. If someone says, how did you get involved in the business? Well, I got involved for 169. Oh, that sounds pretty good. I'll get involved 169.
Yeah.
Right? The whole thing is that the volume is zero at 169. No one makes any money. This young man back here, I read body language, okay? I mean, when Anil was talking, and you were talking about getting 3 diamonds, you're going like this, yeah, okay, right? See, that's the attitude you have to have, right? I can get 3 diamonds. Yeah, I can do this. I can do that, right? So everything, your attitude has to do with your altitude, right? Sometimes we talk about, we talk about diseases. We talk about cancer. We talk about AIDS. We talk about heart disease. Those are not the killing diseases. The killing diseases are called hardening of the attitudes. It's called stinking thinking. So sometimes we just need a checkup from the neck up, right? Right? That's all we need is a checkup from the neck up. But again, it's not who you get involved with. It's how you get involved with. It's who you get involved with, right? So again, I want to just share one thing. I'm going to get going here. But you know something? This room should not be. We should have the whole building, right? Should be full today, right? The bottom line is that everybody here today, the company's been going for 11 years, by the way. The only people in the whole company is in my group. You're all here.
Yeah.
Why is that? I've been involved in the business for 6 months. That's all. I'm an ambassador, and I have the biggest, fastest growing group with the most money making in the whole group. Why is that? Because the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. What I want the people to do on the call here today is to take the ambassador picture, right? And what I want you to do, I don't care what country you're in, right? Take that and put it up there in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. Do it 3 times a day. 3 times a day. Say, Ed Mercer's my personal friend. He's my personal mentor. And use the business from home and build your business. And again, I don't care what team you're on or what country you're in, right? When the team is together, the dream is together. Thank you for listening.
Wow, thank you, Mr. Mercer. And it's interesting. I'm standing back there and I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
Right, all over my. You know when you get goosebumps on your scalp.
Yeah.
Like it just. And a couple of things I want to share with Mr. Mercer. For example, this article is online. So Callie and I just pulled it up. The current one is like 2.2K.
And 92 shares.
92 shares has gone up. So share, ladies and gentlemen, with your friends and family who you are learning from. You think if you went home today and told your mom and dad, hey, I spent time with a billionaire, they're going to be like, really? Right? So share this. And when you share this story, I can send you the link, this article. You can post it in Facebook groups and stuff like that. Callie's going to come up and share that in a couple of minutes. But show people that you're in business with Mr. Mercer. For those of you that know me, you always hear me say this. When I became a diamond in GWT, I didn't become a diamond to access product. I know that was obvious. I didn't become a diamond to make money. I knew I was going to make money because anything I touch, I take it very seriously. One of the reasons I signed up as a diamond was to access people like Mr. Rene Liao and to be in business with Mr. Mercer. Anthony Robbins charges $30,000 for 1 hour. 1 hour, $30,000. You get to work with Mr. Mercer every single day, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, because no one works harder than him that I've ever met. And it costs you $0. So figure it out. And I know he gives diamonds more attention than anyone else, so get the diamond. Let's get you the diamond, okay? So thank you, Mr. Mercer, for sharing your words of wisdom today about building. The next person I'm going to bring up is someone I have a lot of respect for. One of my things on my bucket list was to date a best-selling author, and Callie became a best-selling international writer, sharing her story with a bunch of other powerful women. And she really understands social media because she already runs a fashion business prior to GWT, and she has hundreds of clients all over the world. So when she saw GWT, she saw a way to access accessories for her clients because she doesn't have accessories. She has clothing. And so I've asked her today to share with her how she uses Facebook and Instagram properly, because a lot of people are like, well, Anil, how do I generate sales on Facebook? How do I prospect on Facebook? How do I build relationship on Facebook effectively so my friends and family don't run away from me and I don't annoy them? Because when we look at other people in network marketing companies and we go on their Facebook, don't we get annoyed with what we see on their Facebook because they're talking about business? So I've asked Callie to come up and share with all of you how to use social media effectively. So everyone, Miss Callie Jensen.
All right.
And I'm going to let her take over.
Okay, so I'm just going to go through a couple of things today with you guys. I did some posts in the today, yesterday, this past week, some test posts, so I can give you guys a couple examples on how to attract people to your Facebook. One thing that's really important to understand, the more people that like and comment on your photos, the more people that are going to see it because of the Facebook algorithms. So I'm going to go through a few different examples for you. So like Anil was saying earlier about posting on your Facebook about working with Mr. Mercer, I actually just did a couple posts today, so this is a perfect example on how to use this effectively. What I would definitely recommend to do, if you haven't taken a photo with Ed, make sure you grab him and take a photo with him. And I do live videos with him all the time, and you know, that's the best way to viral market, working alongside with Mr. Mercer. So we did this one. So I posted the Business from Home article, and I posted learning from my mentor, check out this article, you still have time to join us. And you know, I just did a couple photos like that. So that's a really good way to do it. Every time you're with him, take a new photo. Guess who I spent the day with today? You know, the most of the people that have joined our business has actually used these tools to build their business and to get people working alongside of us. So it's a really good an easy way to do it, because all of the documentation is already there for you. I did a couple more posts. So this is just another one that I did this morning. No other place that I'd rather be on a Saturday than working in my on my business with my mentor, billionaire Mr. Ed Mercer. And then I tagged him, because with tagging him, when you tag him in a post, and say, for example, you hashtag his name, like you put the number sign before it, anybody that's searching him is going to see this post. It's going to pop up in their feed. It's going to pop up on his page. So, you know, it just brings more people attracting to the post. And then, you know, I put in the link, our webinar that we're doing today, so people could actually jump on and see Mr. Mercer speaking as well. And another one that I want to do is, and there's another one, see, I posted him getting promoted. I shared the one that the company promoted him, so that's a really good one too, because then people can actually click on it and go look at Global Wall Trade as well, which is really, really cool to be able to have them go back and forth. So I did a post a few days ago, and I wanted to just test it out and see how it worked. And it was around luxury brands, and I wanted to just do this. So what I can do is, like, I can see how many of my friends and people on my friends list are actually wearing luxury brands, because I thought, hey, you know, rather than posting our products, let's see what people are wearing. Let's see who's actually interested in the luxury fashion industry. So I just, you know, I wanted to word it as if I'm doing like a case study for my business. So I just posted, hey, you know, who's wearing these products? And I just took a picture off the internet. And there's a whole bunch of people that have commented, and they're saying what they have: Ralph Lauren, Burberry, Hermes, Tiffany. So all of the people that are not in GWT, this is a perfect way for you to strike up a conversation with them. So you can inbox them and say, hey, you know, I just started working for this amazing Canadian luxury designer fashion company, and I would love to share some information with you. I can show you how to get products wholesale, and I can get you on the phone immediately with one of my mentors if that's something that you're interested in. Now, if they're not interested in actually getting the products wholesale or making money, then offer them a $100 gift certificate. Our training packs that you can get from the company have amazing tools that you can use in here, and you can get these gift certificates. You get 100 of them for $8, and you can actually strike up a conversation and actually give them each a gift certificate just for retail shopping. You know, who wouldn't want to save $100 on like a $300 pair of shoes or $400 pair of shoes? It's amazing. So they, you know, all of these tools are in place for you. So, you know, use as many as you can. You know, we use the drop cards. I use these instead of a business card, and I got my label put on it. Who wouldn't want to shop and get paid? Shopping's more fun when you're making money, you know. So all these tools are available for you to use, and we have all the trainings in place for you to use them as well. And you know, like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people I can contact. And Ed Mercer says that if you want to build your business really huge, talk to 5 brand new people a day. There's my 5. I even got an extra one, right? So it's a perfect way to strike up a conversation. And you know, they may not be interested right now, but that doesn't mean they're not going to be interested later. And also Christmas is coming up. So, you know, you can also talk to them about the Diamond Advantage, getting the Diamond package, having a vacation, and also they can use the money for Christmas shopping. They can actually get their package and get gifts for their whole family for Christmas, and everything's all handled right there. So that's just, you know, a couple of different styles of posts that I do. Right now, I'm in a whole bunch of MLM groups and things like that. There's so many different ones that you can join. I'm not going to get into it, but if you search up at the top MLM or home-based business or anything like that, there's tons of different groups that you can join. And when you join the groups, you can do the posts like, you know, a picture with Ed Mercer and the Business from Home article, and there's so many different tools you can use. You can do the Art of Business DVD with Anil. You're excited to work with such amazing mentors that have created together 62 millionaires. But what I would strongly recommend is, if you're going to be doing posts on your Facebook, limit the ones that are talking about the business. You don't want to just keep posting your business link everywhere, because people will actually unfollow you if you talk too much about your business on your Facebook. And that's really, really important, because you don't want to have your friends and family blocking your feed. You want to have them liking it. So if you talk more about the lifestyle and having fun, and we're at a barbecue, or, oh, Ed just got promoted, he got a free cruise, I'm looking forward to being on the beaches of the world with him, you know, things like that, and you want to have fun, because Facebook is the largest country in the world. There's like how many billion people on Facebook? So, you know, we can continue, like there's never enough people that you can contact if you are doing this correctly. So if you talk to 5 brand new people a day, don't just inbox them and pitch them the business, because people aren't interested. People get that all day long. Ask them, what do they do? Where are they from? You know, actually genuinely care about people, and your business will just blow up. That's the best way to do it. I just got to talk about one more thing, because of all my posts and me having fun, and people, my friends seeing me, that we just got back from a month trip in Alberta, and, you know, it was a really awesome time. I actually had one of my friends that I haven't talked to in like 4 years from Vancouver reach out to me. So I just want to show you guys about edification and passing to your experts, because I think it's really important. So she reached out to me on Facebook, and I'm just going to actually show you our conversation and how I talked about Anil and Renee, because you'll notice that since I edified them. I didn't do anything else after that. This thing's kind of slow. Oh, this thing is... Sorry, guys. Just give me a second. Just trying to delete that. It's so slow.
Give it a second.
Okay. Yeah, it's really slow. Come on. Okay.
In the meantime, anybody have any questions?
Does anybody have any questions while we're waiting for this to load so far? Oh, another really good thing to do too is when you get your products, when you're at the showroom, go into the side room and actually do a video opening your products. Or if you don't live in Toronto and your products are getting delivered, make sure you do a video opening up your products and be like, oh, I'm so excited, I just got my shopping spree, and actually kind of showcase the products. Because it works really, really well. Okay. So I found the conversation.
You want to show the conversation?
I don't own the computer.
The three of us.
I
Oh,
don't own the computer.
no,
I have one, never want one.
Describe.
how would I find?
Right there. Right there.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so what I did in this conversation, I just want to show you guys how I did this. So this is the start of the conversation. Hi, Michelle. I wanted to personally introduce you to my two mentors, Mr. Rene and Leah. Always refer to them as Mr. She doesn't know I'm dating Anil. Okay, so I always say Mr. regardless. If you're introducing somebody, an expert, you always call them Mr. and their full name. You don't say Mr. Rene, or if you can't pronounce Anil's last name, he'll help you with the pronunciation. So if you read the conversation, I just said, you know, a little bit about Rene, a little bit about Anil, you know, and then together they both mentor me in the business. Michelle is a friend, and then I say something about the prospect. So Michelle is a friend of mine from Vancouver, and she's sick and tired of being sick and tired. She's been seeing how well we were doing and knew me when I had my clothing store in Vancouver. She's watched the 4 videos on my website. So when she contacted me, I said, okay, how would you like to see it? Would you like to see it in a phone call? Like, I can do a phone call with you. I can get you on the phone with one of my experts. I can send you some videos to watch through Facebook. And when I sent her my website, before looking at all the products, she went straight to the opportunity and watched all 4 videos. And then I sent her the fashion show, and then I did this. So she's already been exposed to something to do with the business. There's, you know, there's multiple different things that you can do, but, you know, talk to your My 5, and they will set up what is the best way to get your prospect in front of them. Okay, this isn't my first time doing this, so I kind of know what to do. So if you're new into the business, make sure you double check with who you're working with, and they will recommend a certain, you know, what works best for them, if it's a 3-way call or whatever. So then once I finished saying what I said, then Michelle, she said, you know, what's not working for her, what she needs to do. She felt compelled to message me and, you know, she wants to have a better life. She's watched the 4 videos. So then Anil took over the conversation. hello, Michelle, thank you for sharing, and thank you for introducing. You know, I can speak with you right now. And it's kind of funny because we were at a meeting and I was waiting in the parking lot to pick Anil up downtown. And then by the time I picked him up, he was already on the phone with her. And I did this when I was sitting waiting. So that's how quick it can happen, okay? You know, your experts might not always be around, but as soon as they see this message, one of the 5 people will respond and get on the phone with your prospect right away, which is so awesome. And then, so when you scroll down, and then Renee jumps on. There. So now I walk away. I'm done. I've sent her the 4 videos. She's talked to Anil. Anil gave her a couple instructions on how to come up with the money, the 15 ways to come up with the money. And now I do this. Next. I'm done. I might follow up with her in a week or so and say, you know, did you get a chance to get back on the phone with Anil? He gave you 15 ways to come up with the money. If you'd like, I can schedule another call. You know, let's get this figured out and let's get you started right away. And then I move on to the next person. If you do this 5 times a day, 5 people a day, most of the people waste all their time on the news feed on Facebook anyways. You might as well use it to make money, right? So if you can do this, reach out to 5 new people a day or even more, you know, that's only what, 15 minutes of your time. So, you know, you can do it as many times as you like.
Did you get her to get any diamond membership?
Well, she's working towards getting a diamond membership. Anil gave her 15 ways to come up with the money. So right now she has the week till the end of the weekend to do it because Monday's the deadline for the vacation. So she's working towards getting in as a diamond because she wants to get the vacation as well. So he'll follow up with her.
But that's not her responsibility.
That's not my, yeah.
No, for sure, I know. And then, okay, I understand.
So I'm not the expert. I haven't created anybody to be a millionaire. So they handle getting them to the tour, the tax presentation, you know, all of it. Because I just pass it to them and then I'm done. I walk away.
And you go to find someone.
I go to the next person.
And then you make a little percent. Yeah. So, but then you make obviously a small amount of money from bringing a client to.
Yeah, I'll make the bonus.
Yeah. So whatever she's purchasing, you're gonna make that.
Yeah, the 150, 250, or 350.
Yeah.
Plus the volume. Yeah. But really, the goal is to get as many people in front of them and let them handle it as possible. Like Ed said, the speed of the leaders, the speed of the pack. If you're doing 5 to 10 people a day, that's what your team's going to do. So that's what I would recommend to do.
And remember, Michelle is Callie's friend from years ago. Our friends and family have opinions of us.
Yeah.
We can't change that. Like my friends have seen me at the party with the lampshade on my head drunk. So it doesn't matter. No, seriously. So it doesn't matter if I go to them about some multi-million-dollar business. They're going to, yeah, whatever. I know. So we have to understand there's certain dynamics of relationships, and we have to bring an expert to the table. Because Callie could easily sign up Michelle. She's quite equipped.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not teaching Michelle a duplicatable process, and Michelle has an opinion of Callie. I don't know what they did 10, 15 years ago as friends. So she has to bring a stranger to the table, because only when you bring a stranger to the table do people listen. It's kind of like a weird dynamic, but...
Yeah, so...
It's like the young man here is 20 years old, right? So, you know, a lot of people his age, because they're students and stuff, instead of talking to them about becoming a millionaire, they're not going to listen to them, right?
What
experience? But they put them on the phone with me, right? And that's why Chris is here today.
To learn.
Because he was on the phone with me yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, the more people that you can get in front of Ed and Anil and Renee, it's just golden. And Ian as well. Like, Ian's doing amazing things in this business, and he's going to be in the Night of the Stars this coming up. So that's pretty awesome. He's, you know.
In Canada right now, it's this young man right here.
Yeah.
Yes, and he's had 34 personal people. And out of the 34 people that signed up, 34 of them want to call him.
Yeah, exactly. So what like Ian does is he gets on a three-way call with Ed right away, and he schedules them all day long. Like every time we're in the car with Ed, he's on the phone with Ian and a new prospect. It's just amazing. So you learn that. You learn to edify other people, and you know, just learn their story really well. Don't say too much. Don't say anything about the business. Just talk about who you're working with, and you're golden. You're golden.
Maximum time I spend on a phone call, you know, tell you, it's 3 minutes or less.
Yeah.
I never thought.
Exactly. Like the shorter the conversation, the better. So I'm going to end there because I think that's really where we should end off. I'm going to be actually doing some more training. I want to do some training on Instagram next time. This one is going to be recorded and uploaded, so we will have access to it to review. And for all the people that weren't able to make it here today, or anybody that you want to send this to, then we'll have that recorded for you as well. So I'm going to bring back Anil up to the
Thanks,
stage.
Kelly.
Thanks, guys.
And remember, our team is made up of dynamic people with different skills. Callie's very good at social media, so that those of you, add her to Facebook, message her. She will approve a post before you do it, so check in with her and say, Callie, what about the scripting here? Here's a photo I'm going to use. What do you recommend? She will even give you photos and stuff. So remember, all of you are part of our team if you're working with Mr. Mercer. So talk to her, and those of you on the webinar as well. Okay, so thank you, Callie, for that. I'm not going to go through this. I'm going to finish off because we ran a few minutes late. But how many of you got great value today? We did our best to put as much information as possible into this short time. Usually the content we went over today usually takes all day till 5 p.m. It's like a boot camp. But I don't like keeping people long with stuff because, technically we only retain 7 to 11% of what we see and hear in a day anyways. So remember, whatever you saw today, the key to success in anything, and you can, Mr. Mercer is living proof of this, is he mastered the mundane. He's been doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again for almost 4 decades, 5 decades. So you can have the same happen. The great thing with working with Mr. Mercer and myself and Renee is we're going to show you how to do what's called time compression. We're going to show you how to do in less time what it took us years to do. We're going to show you how to do it in months and weeks. And just follow and do 100% what we teach you. Because the key to success in businesses like these is you get paid first before we get paid. So we want you getting paid. We want our businesses successful. So we want your business successful. This is not a job. It's reversed. In a job, nobody cares if you get paid or not. And if you get fired, everyone's happy because somebody else fills your spot or gets promoted to the next level. In these businesses, we don't get promoted or we don't get paid until you get paid. So let's get you getting paid. So anything you find you're stuck with, anything you can't get past, anything you're stumbling over, anything you don't understand, please communicate to us. And you can ask Mr. Mercer this or Ian or Callie. The person who asks the most questions wins. We don't know what you're dealing with. So and for those of you on the webinar as well, don't hide out. Come talk to us, okay? And then whatever you learn, whatever you want to master or create the most income with, whether it be bringing the most people to us, making money with social media, making money with home parties or trade shows, whatever you choose. Play and repeat as often as you want till you get the desired result. Play, repeat, play, repeat, play, repeat. If you don't believe me, talk to Michael Phelps. Okay, he's 32 medals or 31 medals. Why? He spent the most time in the pool. Yes? And he did what his coach told him to do. Okay, there's a saying, if your coach gives you something to do and you're struggling with it, here's the saying, keep doing what the coach tells you. Because the coach and the mentors we know what we're doing. Okay, so play, repeat, and in conclusion it says disciples are made in the mundane. What is the mundane? Mastering whatever you have to master to get the desired results, whatever that is. Okay, so in conclusion, I want to thank all of you for being here today. There are people that live 20 minutes away that couldn't be here, and there are people that are home that didn't even get on the webinar. So I want to commend all of you for not making excuses, whatever that is, to be here and to be present and to be online. I know some of you had to move things around, and we respect that. So remember, we're back here on Monday. We're in Brampton on Tuesday. We're back at the Hilton on Wednesday. Our company webinar is tomorrow night with the CEO, so get on the company training tomorrow, Sunday. Anything we can do for you, please let us know. Let's get you to the next level in our company. Those of you who are starting as diamonds today, welcome. Those of you who are upgrading to diamond today, enjoy your shopping, your 7-day vacation, and your bigger tax refund. And in conclusion, is any last minute announcements?
The diamond upgrade promotion ends Monday.
Right, so those of you who have been existing in GWT already and you haven't upgraded as yet, the diamond promotions ends Monday, so let's figure out how to get you that money to upgrade. Those of you who are starting today, you have 30 days from today to upgrade to diamond, to qualify. So the company gives you a 30-day window. So whatever that is, let's not wait 30 days. Let's get it done right away. And those of you who are diamonds and want to get to diplomat or ambassador like Mr. Mercer, talk to us. We'll show you what you got to do. So in conclusion, I want to thank all of you for your time. This is going to be recorded and uploaded, so look for that post. And again, my name is Anil Ramtrida. On behalf of the leadership team for GWT, I want to welcome all of you to our team and have yourself a great weekend, everyone. Thank you. And let me just check to see what questions were asked. Camera is not on Mr. Mercer's face. I know he is pretty, so we'll make sure for next time to do that. Sorry about that, Suzanne. And okay, awesome. Yeah, way to go, showing how to people to get started online. So thank you, Suzanne, for being on the webinar as well. Yeah, we'll make sure Mr. Mercer is not technological, so it was my fault the camera was not on his face. So take care, everyone.